If you think the current format is a major problem with zone locking and banishing a few cards face down, then you weren't around for the other formats that were just as frustrating, or simply don't know how to deal with these decks that present these problems. Today, I'm debunking some issues that people have with the current format, and I'm going to give some advice as well on some cards that you can run to stop this issue. So stick around and get ready for your theories to get disproven. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Even leave a comment below, it helps out the YouTube algorithm, and we're really close to 200 subscribers. Thanks! If you have issues with people locking your zones, just draw the out, which is kind of like the toxic version of believing in the heart of the cards if you really think about it. But what if I told you, hear me out, this is the right answer. So just like off the top of my head, there's 11 different monsters that contribute your opponent's monsters like off their field immediately. Like that's just off the top of my head. Oh, do you need your normal summon? Okay, then there's 9. You know what the messed up part is? That's only monsters. That's not even including the spells and traps that completely out the board. Like the first examples I can think of are like Psychic Eraser, Laser, Book of Eclipse. I mean, Book of Moon, Book of Lunar Eclipse, Swords of Concealing Light, Evenly Matched, Dark Ruler, plus any board wipe. I mean, the list just goes on about all these cards that like out these air quote unbreakable boards that people can't get rid of. And everyone complains about it, but you're already having these cards in your side deck / main deck anyway, so why are we complaining? And some of these cards have been out for like 6 to 7 years, and they were outing problem cards we had before, and people weren't complaining. It's like, hey, I have an unaffected monster that can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects, cannot be sent to the grave, and blah 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 blah. Anyway, here's a fucking sea turtle.
Get fucked!
And you're wondering, well, why are people complaining? Well, I found the answer actually. It's super simple. It's because people have to run cards they don't want to in a deck to beat other decks. I hate to break it to you guys. Every format you have to do this. I'm incredibly sorry that you have to run 3 Dark Ruler No More in your Nordic deck just to be able to combo off. Shout out to the 2 Nordic people that actually exist out there though. How's that new support going, by the way, for you guys? Oh, no, never mind. Anyway, on to the next topic. There are a few things that each meta deck can run or do to optimize your gameplay. I'm going to give a few examples that maybe help you out, and you might learn something here that you didn't know. There are a few cards that you can run in your extra deck to help make Kashtira Rysar even more unstoppable. We saw at the 3v3 some spicy tech like Garura, Wing of the Resonance Life, or Infiltrate Goliath. If you start with Pot of Prosperity, you can banish these cards face down, and then later equip them to the Arise Heart. If your opponent outs your Arise Heart, you can get a free card, or if you equip the Goliath, it makes it unable to be destroyed by card effects. I've even seen some people run Elder Entity Natis as well, where if the Arise Heart's destroyed, you can just like pop a card on the field. Also, if you're complaining about people like kaijuing your stuff, you can run like Mask of Restrict and prevent your opponent from like outing your board with any of the aforementioned monsters. Like, pretty funny. Might as well not let your opponent play. Oh, I'm dead on the inside. Man, you really like milking that Albaz lore, don't you? No, I get it. Nothing like playing a deck that hard loses to a singular dimensional barrier. Oh, you ashed the Branded Fusion? Thank goodness you run Bystials. Yes, Bystials are the answer to all. Whether you banish your Mercurier or Tragedy, or your opponent's tier... never mind. On top of these already super powerful boards that you can set up with the new wonderful waifu that is Cartesia, you can now play these dragon dudes that just say, you want dark or light in the grave? How about no? Not to mention that you can search Albaz on Enphase with Magma Hut. Why? Because he's a dragon for some reason. Other things you can run include Fusion Deployment. Why not get a free Albaz just to wipe your opponent's big boss monster? Too bad you're locked into Fusion summoning the turn that you activate this though. Heaven forbid you go into Walla with your Magma Hut and make your Albaz stuff like super beefy. As if the Roz Disciple lock wasn't powerful enough as is. People are now running the Gimmick Puppet that when you special it to your opponent's field, they can't special summon except for Gimmick Puppets for the rest of the turn. And I know what you're thinking. Jay, you gave all this good advice at how to out Kashtira. Are you going to help us out this Gimmick Puppet? You betcha I am. Are you ready for this? Gimmick Puppet Magnet Doll. You already have a monster, so why not make a free Renegade Gimmick Puppet Xyz and punish your opponent for even thinking about locking you? Number 15 Gimmick Puppet Giant Grinder can pop 2 special summon monsters on the field, so do with that information what you will. Cue the buyout for these 2 cards because one person brought up a spicy idea. Jesus, people, I'm joking. Sword Soul's pretty easy, because you always open Mo Yi and Long Yong anyway. Just make Barone first. Play around Nib. We're in a Nib format. Play around Nibiru. Why are people not realizing this? So I'm one of those people that finds really cool spicy combos, and then I don't tell people about it, but I'm going to let you in on a little Labyrinth combo that not many people that play Labyrinth do. It's very skill-based, and you need to follow it step by step. So we're going to start off really easy. You ready? Go outside and touch grass, you floodgate stupid mother... No, seriously though. I'm about to show you the footage of the main new combo that Flu players are using to make their opponents rage quit. Check it out.
Batman, there's no laws against the Pokemon, Batman. I can do whatever I want with it.
I think we got off track at some point. I'm not really sure, but we're going to end on one last thing people are talking about lately. It's whether or not a specific card should be banned or unbanned, whether it's in the OCG or in the TCG or not. Oh, you thought I'd be talking about Max C? Nah, that fucker needs to stay banned. No, I'm talking about Heavy Metal Flow's Electromite. Let's bring that bad boy back to 3. Nothing could possibly go wrong, right? Right?